Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Uswatun Hasanah and my friend is Nawati Indah Pramujati from 5D, and now we would like to explain about phrase. And first, I would like to explain the definition of phrase. Phrase is a small group of words standing together as a conceptual unit. And Richard said, a phrase is a group or two or more words which can be used as a grammatical unit within a sentence. And Glenn Leggett said, a phrase is a group or related word that has no subject or predicate. Jadi frase adalah kelompok kata yang saling berkaitan namun tidak mengandung unsur subjek dan verb. And phrase must be more than one word. For example, girl is one word and this is not a phrase. And a beautiful girl is more than one word and this is phrase. Next is type of phrase. There are noun phrase, verb phrase, adverb phrase, adjective phrase, participle phrase, infinitive phrase, prepositional phrase, appositive phrase, and gerund phrase. And now I would like to explain about noun phrase. Noun phrase is a phrase that results from combining a noun or pronoun or number which function as the head of the phrase with one or more modifier which can be a determiner, adverb, and adjective. Jadi, noun phrase adalah frase hasil penggabungan noun atau pronoun atau number yang berfungsi sebagai head pada frase tersebut dengan satu atau lebih modifier yang dapat berupa determiner, adverb, dan atau adjektif. Jadi frase itu yang headnya berupa kata benda atau noun. And this is the example of noun phrase. First, my notebook. Second, a beautiful girl. Third, funny stories. And my notebook, my berfungsi sebagai modifiernya, notebook berfungsi sebagai headnya noun. Dan a beautiful berfungsi sebagai modifiernya, dan girl sebagai headnya atau nounnya. And this is the example of noun phrase in sentence. He never lends his book to anyone. Dia tidak pernah meminjamkan buku-buku miliknya kepada siapapun. And Edward is an amusing speaker. Edward seorang pembicara yang lucu. The next is verb phrase. A verb phrase is actually an ordinary verb. It is just that in the context of a part of sentence. A verb phrase is used to refer to a verb that acts as a predicate. Jadi verb phrase adalah frase yang headnya berupa kata kerja atau verb. Contohnya yaitu always cries. Always cries, always di sini sebagai modifier dan cries-nya sebagai headnya berupa kata kerja. And this is the example of verb phrase in sentence. She should have waited for her parents to find her before going home. Dia seharusnya menunggu orang tuanya menemukan dirinya sebelum pulang ke rumah. Di sini verb phrase-nya ada should have waited. And I try not to cry but I cry still. Aku mencoba untuk tidak menangis tapi aku masih tetap menangis saja. Di sini verb phrase-nya yaitu tried not to cry. And Harry must go to hospital to check his condition. Harry harus pergi ke rumah sakit untuk mengecek kondisinya. Di sini verb phrase-nya must go to hospital to check his condition. And next is adverb phrase. Adverb is an affix that is used to provide additional information about sentence. There are at least 5 types of adverb, namely adverb of manner, of place, of frequency, of time, and of purpose. But the adverb mentioned above are technically different from adverb phrase, even if they are literally the same. Generally, regular adverb are just one word that will act as adverbs, such as quickly, but even adverb phrase is used, it can quickly be changed to as fast as possible. Dan adverb phrase itu yaitu kelompok kata yang terdiri dari adverb dan qualifier seperti to, very, so, enough, or other, atau kelompok kata seperti prepositional phrase atau infinitive phrase yang berperan sebagai adverb. Dan Intinya, seperti sebelumnya, adverb phrase berarti frase yang headnya berupa kata keterangan atau adverb. Contohnya yaitu very well. Very di sini very berfungsi sebagai modifier dan well-nya head yang berupa kata keterangan atau adverb. Dan extremely slowly di sini sebagai modifier dan slowly-nya head yang berupa kata keterangan atau adverb. And this is the example adverb phrase in sentence. She munches the rice very gingerly with her single tooth. Dia mengunyah nasi itu dengan sangat hati-hati, hanya dengan satu giginya. Di sini adverb phrase-nya yaitu very gingerly. And the next, he nearly always go to school an hour before the first lesson start. Dia hampir selalu berangkat sekolah 1 jam sebelum pelajaran pertama dimulai. Di sini adverb phrase-nya yaitu nearly always. Dan selanjutnya yaitu please wait me, I'll be prepared in some minutes. Tolong tunggu aku akan siap dalam beberapa menit. Di sini adverb phrase-nya yaitu in some minutes. Next is adjective phrase. Adjective phrase also describe nouns just like simple adjective. However, an adjective phrase is more complicated than a simple adjective. This phrase is a combination of an adjective as head and a modifier, determiner, and qualifier or intensifier. Examples such as really, nice, pretty, smile, very cold, and etc. Jadi, adjective phrase sama-sama menerangkan noun seperti simple adjective, hanya saja bentuknya lebih rumit. Frase bahasa Inggris tersebut terdiri dari adjektif sebagai head dan modifier, determiner, dan qualifier atau intensifier. Jadi adjektif frase yaitu frase yang headnya berupa kata sifat atau adjektif. Contohnya yaitu very difficult. Very di sini sebagai modifier dan difficult sebagai head yang berupa kata sifat. Dan partially complete. Partially sebagai modifier dan complete sebagai head yang berupa kata sifat. And here is an example of an adjective phrase. First, he's fond of cat. Dia menyukai kucing. Di sini adjective phrase-nya ada di fond. It smells so good. Baunya sangat enak. Dan adjective phrase-nya yaitu so good. And the weather in this room is very cold. Suhu di ruangan sangat dingin. Di sini adjective frasenya yaitu very cold. Next is participle phrase. Participle phrase in grammar rules. Participle is another form of verb combined with present participle and past participle. So, participle phrase is a verb that is inserted at the beginning or end of a perfect sentence as additional information. Jadi, participle phrase itu merupakan kombinasi antara present atau past participle dengan direct object dan atau modifier. Fungsinya sebagai verb atau adjektif. Present participle phrase digunakan pada active voice, sedangkan past participle phrase digunakan pada passive voice. And for example, you can see a participle phrase as follow. First, Martha, thinking she must go on her journey, started to enter the empty house. Martha berpikir dirinya harus melanjutkan petualangan, mulai memasuki rumah kosong itu. Participle phrase-nya yaitu thinking she must go on her journey. And he got a mysterious greeting card saying he will find a horrifying secret if he come to his girlfriend's house. Dia mendapatkan sebuah kartu ucapan misterius yang menyebut dirinya akan menemukan rahasia mengerikan jika datang ke rumah pacarnya. Di sini participle phrase-nya yaitu he will find a horrifying secret if he come to his girlfriend's house. And the girl, even if she's crying, looks so beautiful to me. Gadis itu meski sedang menangis tampak sangat cantik bagiku. Di sini participle phrase-nya yaitu even if she's crying.
Number 6, infinitive phrase. This infinitive phrase is formed from a verb and still has verb properties. The infinitive can be followed by a direct object or modifier. infinitive phrase is a combination of the infinitive as well as the object and/or modifier. This type is used as a noun, adjective, and adverb. Jadi, frasa infinitif ini terbentuk dari kata kerja dan masih memiliki sifat kata kerja. Infinitif dapat diikuti oleh objek atau modifier. Frasa infinitif adalah kombinasi dari infinitif serta objek dan atau modifier. Jenis ini digunakan sebagai noun, kata benda, adjective, kata sifat, adverb, kata keterangan. The example of infinitive phrase. Number 1, to sleep soundly. Number 2, to call him. Number 3, to eat sloppily. Number 4, to be a better woman. Number 5, to fix your shower schedule. Here is the application in English sentence. Number 1, the best time to call him is in afternoon. To call him is an infinitive phrase. Number 2, to be a better woman is her dream. To be a better woman is infinitive phrase. Number 3, to climb mountains is difficult. To climb mountains is an infinitive phrase. Number 7, prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase is a combination of prepositions and their object called object of prepositions. This object can be in the form of a noun, pronoun, and gerund. Jadi, frasa preposisi adalah gabungan dari preposisi dan objek yang disebut objek preposisi. Objek tersebut dapat berupa noun, kata benda, pronoun, kata ganti, dan gerund. Here is an example of a prepositional phrase. Number 1, at hospital. Number 2, since last week. Number 3, because of me. Number 4, between you and me. Example sentence with prepositional phrase. Number 1, the car in front of me ran the red light. In front of me is prepositional phrase. Number 2, maybe they work harder because of something else. Because of something else is prepositional phrase. Number 3, she was at park when she felt a deep itch in his chest. At park is prepositional phrase. Number 8 is a positive phrase. An appositive phrase is a noun phrase, a gerund phrase, or an infinitive phrase that function to explain other nouns or pronouns. Jadi, appositive phrase atau frasa apositif adalah frasa nomina, frasa gerund, atau frasa infinitif yang berfungsi menjelaskan nomina, noun, atau pronoun kata ganti lain. The example of positive phrase, number 1, a foremost scientist. Number 2, the best-selling car in Indonesia. Number 3, selling across the ocean. Number 4, his work-selling car in Japan. The last is gerund phrase. Like an infinitive, a gerund can also be followed by a direct object or modifier. So, a gerund phrase is a combination of a gerund and an object and are a modifier in a sentence that is used as a noun. Jadi, frasa gerund seperti infinitive. Gerund juga dapat diikuti oleh objek atau modifier. Jadi, frasa gerund adalah kombinasi dari gerund dan objek dan atau modifier dalam kalimat yang digunakan sebagai kata benda. The example of gerund phrase, number 1 is singing, number 2 getting in the best score, number 3 being a mother, number 4 giving breath to win the election, number 5 walking on the beach. Okay. That's the end of the discussion about phrase. Let's end the discussion by reciting hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thank you very much and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.